When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew. Don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama. Only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up and up.
How do you digest it?
I am in the production business. I understand what is worth doing for ratings. I understand what is worth doing when the industry is canceling one black guy. I know what happens when they are going to elevate another. And I know what happens when they don't care about either of them. This is how quarterbacking go. So the question is, hey, your quarterback just got sacked. Did we know we was fin to sack your quarterback? We absolutely did. It was a play, buddy. We've been rehearsing it, working it out, making sure that at some point, when you get to this level, we can make sure we knock you from a $20 million man to putting in the news that people won't hire you no more and your career is done. Yeah.
So you're saying
$100 million, you can do all of that.
You saying it was?
I'm saying that everything that happens in a business that's based off of pretend that seems like a setup is.
Everything that happens in a business. Everything that happens in a business that seems that's based off of pretend that seems like a setup is.
Yes. What I'm saying is, if Jussie Smollett and Lee Daniels for a living make stories that are not real, and they make them so good that people believe them and buy them, and that's what business they're in, why would you think it would be weird if they flipped out and said a story that turned out to not be true?
Why? Why would we think that? If they are capable of doing that for a living.
That's what they do for a living. They do that 300 episodes. Is take something fictitious and make it seem real. That's the business. Why would you?
I don't
understand that.
But I don't think Will was
There's
pretending.
Not very many mistakes.
I don't think Will was pretending in that moment.
Either.
I thought he was having a nervous breakdown in front of us.
Well, here's the thing. For Will to be having a nervous breakdown, for it to affect him like that, this is collaborative. So when Will Smith speaks, Will Smith is not the giant that he is solely on the merits of Will Smith or his family. There are 300 corporations that are a part of the Will Smith business operation. That is the $20 million a movie mega thing that Will Smith represents. And if you are the people that are in business with him, when you decide that you're gonna do something, you can do it too. So these circumstances are not we see him as, oh, this is live. He said something about his wife and then he got mad and jeopardized his career. And then the other guy had to decide what he was going to do with his career. And then no, we have to understand that these are two giants in our field if you're a black person.
Correct.
This is two guys too big and too good to be involved in what they're in. That would make sense if it's me and Michael Blackson slapping each other. Not Will Smith and Chris Rock. Okay. These are when two large boulders come together and you can't see Chris Rock winning at all. He's humiliated. If you were going to slap a comedian, he was the number one to slap, head of the coons, so slappable. And if you're going to slap him, you just need the greatest guy, the bestest guy, the one who's shown us him being on his best behavior since the 90s. That guy is the one that will have to slap him in order for the type of ratings we need and attention to be on this thing. See, what I'm saying is, in business, nothing is coincidental, or you would be hearing who's losing money. In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody makes big money. When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money He goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits.
Wow.
And they had some people from your city do it.
Wow.
I'm saying there's the good side and the bad side of these businesses.
But think about what you just think about what you just said. That's extremely thoughtful and powerful. It could only be what it was if it were those two. Those two, yes. Will Smith and Chris Rock. It could only be what it has been with those two black men.
If you put any other names together, the police are out on stage, they've cut to commercial, you didn't see what happened. By the time they come out, people have been removed, it goes on. It's certain ways things are handled when it's not intentional. When things go smoothly, but they seem chaotic, that means there was forethought and a plan. Somebody, even if it looks like, Janet Jackson just had a wardrobe malfunction. There's no such thing.
Correct.
Who you blaming?
I believe that.
Somebody benefited. Yeah. So in all of these situations, there's a business involved and there's real money involved, and somebody's benefiting from this thing that looks like, oh, that just happened. Nah, no way. No way. It would be hard for a homeless guy to get into the Hollywood Bowl, let alone a homeless guy be able to rush the stage and actually.
So you're saying same for Dave Chappelle and this random homeless person. I thought the same thing. Like, how did he rush the stage? I've been to Hollywood Bowl. How do you rush the stage?
Look. This is the business. We're in the business where make-believe happens, where the job is to have something that costs 9 cents for us to make, and we sell it for $4.99 to you for a good deal. And it's okay that it costs us 9 cents. But in this business, the star is the commodity. These are real people, real lives. When you see things happen and you don't have all of the information, the true tragedy is what Jada Pinkett Smith is having to go through in that scenario, considering if at most you can say maybe she disappointed Will. Other than that, she has upheld Black women, actresses. We've never been embarrassed of Jada Pinkett Smith. She always worked hard for every role and worked hard in it. She always was willing to give us she's being successful she didn't get made by Will Smith. Regardless of what you think about her relationship, that's not your relationship. If it's an open relationship, understand that means him and men, not you thinking about it wrong. It's okay. These things matter.
I'm ready. You giving the inside because Hollywood know that, right? That's not new. However, I love for you talking about Jada, how people have tried to vilify her, especially after her quote unquote entanglement. I think it's so disrespectful. I think she has been nothing but class personified. And you know what I'm saying? Like, she could, as a Black.
No, she's been more than that.
More than that. And I don't like how she's getting such a bad rap, because I was like, that's not what this is. When you go on.
No, there is a business where they fiddle with the perception of the people, and that's part of the job. Back in the day, it used to be called propaganda. Now it's just called business. They don't say we got to smear the candidate. They smear them. Whoever made you is who is qualified to break you. That's the end of it. When they bought you and put you on that Fox show, it was because you were going to do this and only this. You'll never do that. As soon as you breach that, they done with you too.
Facts.
They decided that they were finished with Will when he did After Earth with Jaden, because there was no way they was going to let Jaden on, because Jaden didn't have to do what you had to do to get in. We're not going to let you put Jaden and Willow on. And from there, they've done what was necessary to take in from a $20 million movie to put him in a position where maybe it can appear he has a nervous breakdown and now is unemployable.
Oh, so you saying, oh, my man.
And it's not racist. They did it with the white actors as well. They cut down Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and all of them from $20 million a movie people to left them out there to dry and restructured everything. This is business at its highest level.